stream. Oh! Time to get busy in this motherfucker. What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel, and welcome to the Trailer Park Live right here on the Second Street Marvel, where we're coming at you live every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if this is your first time here, what I typically do is I start off the show by talking about some of the comic books that I pulled for the week, and then I get in and interact with you all as we talk about just different things that have happened throughout the week, and there's quite a bit we've got to cover this week. Now, before we get into the show, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you share the stream out with all of your friends so they know here to come and hang out and enjoy a good time talking with all the great people that you see here on the live stream, hanging out in the live chats. And I see we've got some great people here already. I see we've got my man, Random Brad Creator, LB from the Lonely Banter, Wayne White, my man from Reefer Man Reviews, Justin Simone, thank you so much for being here. Mike, licensed to shill, Porter. We got Keely Chow up in the building, as well as my man. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Now, as I said, what I typically do is I get in and interact with you all as we talk about some of the comic books that I pulled for the week. Starting off, one of the first ones I got here is on Image Comics. This is Department of Truth. This is issue number 13. Now, I gotta tell you, altogether, I've really enjoyed this series overall. The one thing I will say is, like, you know, it's kind of hard, you know, like, these days, it doesn't seem like you don't really have to do anything, like, especially when you're writing any story. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Chances are, you know, we've seen and, you know, kind of heard it all depending on what you like out there. They might be able to, you know, do some genre bending and stuff like that. But for the most part, I mean, can't you say you've probably seen or heard of all the stories that there are out there? And you don't really have to reinvent the wheel. You just got to take and do a good story and write and tell a good story. And that's what's going on in Department of Truth. And I feel like just knowing that, like, knowing that that's all you have to do is James Tynion seems to look, James Tynion the Fourth, my bad, seems to look like some sort of comedic, get it? Comic? Yeah, some sort of genius, when what he's doing here is very basic storytelling here in the Department of Truth. Basically, it's about our main character here. Oh man, why can't I remember his name all of a sudden? I want to say it's Clay, but it's not Clay. It's not Clay. It's oh man, why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden? Why am I Cole Turner? He kind of got recruited into the Department of Truth, almost like Will Smith did in Men in Black, right? Kind of like that. And you see that he kind of got brought into this organization that pretty much specializes in conspiracy theories, cancel culture, and confirmation bias. That's pretty much what's going on here throughout this whole series. Cole Turner has been brought into this department as the new booty. He thinks everything's all good, but what turns out is that this organization kind of has their own agenda. Imagine that, right? They have their own agenda for things that they're wanting to of their department and what they're doing. And Cole is kind of being enlightened to it all by different people out there throughout kind of all the players in the game. He met with one of the leaders this one of the movements called Black Hat at one point that really sat down and had dropped some truth for him and said, "Hey, here you go. You think your people don't know about me? They don't know who I am. We're all in this together, man." Like kind of like almost like they're playing your ass, dude. But hey, we all play our role. But at the same time, they all kind of let him know that they all like everybody kind of has their agenda here with Cole Turner and wanting to use him for their own means. And that's, we're getting a little bit more of that here. And he's kind of learned about the shady practices of the Department of Truth here in this series as well. Where we see that obviously they are kind of in cahoots with Black Hat. He's also right now, like in this issue called Hawk's Inferno, he is going off with this guy Hawk who works with the Department of Truth. They help, they kind of help a lot of these stories move along throughout this book. Now, what I say that it has to do with conspiracy theories, cancel culture, and confirmation bias is that what they will do is if there's a story that they want to bury, there's a story they're like, okay, like we cannot have this story get out. So what they will do is they will discredit the people who are involved with the story that got it started and different things like that after learning a little bit more about it and how, where they want to go with it. And what they do from there is, maybe they will, like I said, they will discredit these people, or maybe it just becomes a conspiracy theory. But sometimes what happens here is part of the reason they do some of this stuff is because a lot of the things that become a reality in the world are basically all done through confirmation bias. If enough people believe in it, it will be, right? Like, and that's kind of an interesting concept because if you ask me, belief is a very, very strong thing in the first place. When it comes to a lot of things, like all you have to do is believe, right? So it's kind of an interesting concept with everything that's going on in this series altogether with some of that stuff. Oh man, here, hold on. There we go. There we go. I think that was. There we go. I think that wasn't. I don't think that was close enough. I think that was close enough. But so yeah, there's very interesting stuff going on there, and here we see, like I said, all these people have their agendas with Cole Turner, and why they're all kind of revealing themselves and telling them who they are, what they're doing, what their motives are, and stuff like that. And Cole Turner, like he's ready to get out of the Department of Truth, and he's not really sure what to believe at this point anymore. And in this particular issue, Hawk takes him back to the place where. Now here's the thing is like throughout the series, they've been going through all of these different kind of conspiracy theories. The biggest one being the Satanic Panic back in the 80s, because a lot of that had to do with their main character, Cole Turner here. But they've also dealt with like other things as well. Like, man, I can't even remember what else they did. There was just like, what other conspiracy theories were there out there? I think there was like, was there aliens, Bigfoot, just other like stuff like that. The flat earthers, different things like that. So, but what happens is if there's a story that they like and they think that they can use the Department of Truth to meet their means or their agenda, to meet their ends, what they will do is say there's a story they like. They will go out there and they will get it national press. They will try to get it more out there in the open, in the American psyche, and try to get more people to believe in it to make it come true. So they can essentially manipulate reality through confirmation bias, because if enough people believe in it, it will actually be true. So very interesting stuff going on in this series. And again, issue number 13 here was another good book in this series. Now there was a couple of issues in this series that were kind of they were like mid-season filler here. But altogether, it's been a very, very great, a very good series overall. Now, the next one I've got here is Something is Killing the Children. This is issue number 20. Right here, go ahead and take a look at that one. Take a look at that one. Now, this one right here, we're 20 issues in. This whole last like 5 issues here of Something is Killing the Children has been, and this is also written by James Tynion IV as well. Same writer as the last book I was just talking about, Department of Truth. Now, this one is talking about Erica Slaughter, and I've really enjoyed these last 5 issues because they're telling more of the story of the House of Slaughter, which is who Erica Slaughter is a part of. This kind of, I don't know, how would you say, this faction of people out there who go out there and kill these monsters that people can't normally see. So they go into these towns and they like these things, like these wraith-like things are like crazy, and they freaking like they just slaughter towns everywhere. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But it's been a very good series, and I've really enjoyed these last 5 issues as we finally got out of Archer's Peak after Erica Slaughter was there and helped the town rid them of the monster infestation that they had there. And so it's been really great to get out of that setting and get into a little bit more background and story. And I know, I'm not sure when this story, like if Something's Killing the Children is kind of going on a hiatus, when they're going to be doing the House of Slaughter, which is a new series that's going to be starting, I want to say, is that like next year, maybe like in January or February. But just like I said, James Tynion IV has been doing some pretty great writing. But like I said, you know, like it's not too hard to, like I said, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do anything special. What you've got to do is just tell good stories and not mess it up, right? And that's what I believe that James Tynion IV has been doing here in his books. Because I mean, if you look at it going out of the big 2, I mean, what kind of competition is there out there? The X-Men, who are all villains, or you know, you want to just read another comic book about Captain America and how he hates America, and you know, like there's no competition, right? There's no competition there. So it's not hard for him to, you know, do stories like he's doing in these stories, which I think in these books, which I think aren't mind-blowing stuff. There's nothing new. There's nothing like super original here. But the fact that he's just doing some good old-fashioned storytelling and doing a good job at it without doing anything too off the wall or crazy seems to get the job done. But that's if you ask me. Which brings me up to this next issue I want to talk about here, which is on AWA Upshot. This is the Resistance Uprising, issue number 6. 6 out of 6. This is the end of this series. And I got to tell you, man, J. Michael Straczynski has been the writer who basically kicked off the AWA Upshot universe with the first volume of The Resistance that came out last year. I want to say it was last February when it came out. And then since then they did like a one-shot that was I think Resistance Reborns. They did another, I think they did another one-shot. And now we've got Resistance Uprising, this 6-issue series, which just came to an end. And this series has been absolutely great. Again, they're not doing anything new here. They're not reinventing the wheel. He's not, like, these stories that you've read here, you've probably read something very similar. To me, it seems very much kind of like X-Men, Inhumans kind of style of a story, where you've got these people after this pandemic swept the world. A lot of people got sick. A lot of people died. Some of the people who didn't die ended up inheriting these powers, and they were called Reborns. And they have these powers, and you know what happens is they've got powers, and you know, of course, the governments, different governments of the world do what they will to deal with it in their own way. And in the United States, they're trying to make them sign up like the Superhuman Registration Act, right? Or the Superhero Registration Act. You know, where they basically all have to go to the government, register, tell them what their powers are, like that, and you know, the government kind of deems them if they're safe or not. And obviously, you got people who aren't going forward, who are kind of working against that. While in the meantime, you got the president who is trying to install more of a totalitarian government, so they can go in and force these reborns into camps and stuff like that, and kind of regulate their powers. So what we've seen in the Resistance Uprising is, as everything is going on, you know, we've got the resistance out there. We also see that the president, taking his own measures, actually went and got his own faction of these reborns that were actually working for him to bring in the other reborns that didn't want to comply, that didn't want to register their powers or anything like that. So like I said, it sounds a lot like comic books you've read, right? It sounds a lot. Tell me that didn't sound like, it sounds pretty much like X-Men, the whole, like, what's going on in that universe. But again, not reinventing the wheel here. They're not doing something like mind-blowingly new or anything. Just doing some good old-fashioned storytelling, telling some great stories in between all of it. And it's another one, I would say definitely, if it sounds like something you like, you're into those stories, maybe you're getting tired of reading all those X-Men books, give the Resistance a try. Just some, like I said, just some good stuff going on out there. I've got a couple other books here that I didn't get read for the week. I know, super terrible. I've also got this one, Out of Body. Oh, you can't see most of that cover, can you? You can't see most of that one because it's green. Wonder if we can't even get it at an angle where you might be able to see it. You can kind of see it, but there's some green in there on that one. But this one, Out of Body, has been a great series written by Peter Milligan, who, man, didn't he have another book that came out this week too? Pretty sure he had another book that came out this week too. But Out of Body, written by Peter Milligan. This one's been very good, about this doctor like a psychologist, who basically got mugged and left for dead, and now he's in the hospital in a coma, and they're getting ready to pull the plug on him, and he's basically going out to try to solve the mystery of his death before they pull the plug on him. And who knows what's going to happen here, right? And it's been some very interesting stuff going here. Is you see him in an astral projection, and there's this other psychic girl who talks with I don't know, not even a psychic, whatever, but she talks with the dead people, and she's going out there and helping our main character here kind of learn about how to do what he can in his astral form, and try to help him get his life back sorted out. And maybe he might not die. But we see there's somebody else out there actually working against them who wants his body. So again, very, very good stuff. Oof. Also got this one right here, the series I haven't really been reading. These are all cover buys, but how could you not buy that beautiful Joseph Michael Linsner cover, right? And look at that thing. Man. It's absolutely great stuff. Great stuff. And the next one here, you probably won't even be able to see some of this one either. 10 Years to Death. 10 Years to Death. This is a premium one-shot. It was $6.99. Written by Aaron Douglas. This one was kind of like a murder mystery where this guy has been locked up in prison for years, ends up dying in his cell, but nobody knows who did it. Who killed him. Apparently, what was going on is the person who did it, this prison guard that was there, that was on the clock when this guy had got murdered, was apparently a victim of the guy who was in jail. But the guy that was in jail killed the guy who was that guard that was supposedly there. So he was like a ghost. And that's what they nicknamed him, was the Ghost. So it was a pretty good murder mystery. I mean, at the very end, it kind of left you hanging, kind of like, all right, so what's going on here then? Like, where do we go from here? Again, 10 Years to Death, definitely another great read. I thought was really good as well. Definitely one worth checking out. But let's get here into the live chats, in the comments, and see what you all are saying here today. Let me see. Where are we at? We got some other things we're going to talk about here as well. So you can see, put some of the topics down there in the description, so you can see what we're going to be talking about. But let me give a shout out to my man Mike, License to Shill Porter, who's been a member, one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs, for 16 months. My brother says, you the best, man. Nah, you the best. You the best, Mike Porter. And again, with the 99-cent super sticker, dropping the shades. All right. Let's see. What's everybody in the comments saying? FNT Raid. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Reefer Man says, just reading the Kang news series for the third time while waiting. Issues 1 and 2, good stuff. Yeah, I thought issues 1 and 2 were good. What were we on? Issue 3? I thought the first 3 issues had been pretty good. They've been pretty good. Like it leaves a lot to be desired in the art. Leaves a lot to be desired in the art though. Let's see, who else we got here? Chillmonger, my man. What is up? What is up, man? Guys, make sure you go check out Chillmonger's channel. Another very good, one of my favorite YouTubers. Go check him out. Sozu Sozin, thank you so much for being here. Says, hey, my first time up in here. Thank you so much for being here. I know that name is familiar. Sozu Sozin. That name's familiar. Are you one of the Nerd Vengers? Pretty sure you are, man. Let's see. Jared Dyer, thank you so much for being here. LB says, did you say Department of Truth? Yep. The Department of Truth. Kind of how Facebook works. Yeah. Daniel Fisher, thank you so much for being here. B Grissom, thank you so much for being here. Something is killing the children with fire. Yeah, that's a great series, man. Great series. Good old fashioned storytelling gets the job done for me. Yeah, absolutely. Gotta write my own comic. Yeah, me too, man. I've got a story idea and everything I gotta do. Maybe I need to collaborate with like a writer. Maybe find an art. Maybe I just need a person that comes like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to be the Stan Lee. Maybe I need to be the Stan Lee. And they can be the oh, who are those guys who are suing Marvel right now? They can be those guys. I'm gonna get fucking rich, fucking telling people what to write and shit, and they're gonna write my shit. I'm gonna get rich. We're gonna make fucking movies. And when people come and say, you know what, you was for copyright, we're gonna say, we don't owe you shit because you didn't negotiate for shit. You signed a contract that said you would write these stories that I told you to write. I don't care if you came up with how they looked or anything like that. You didn't put that in your contract, son. Fucking money's mine. You get what you negotiate for. Next. I'm kidding. Kind of. Obviously you'd pay. You would want to pay. Like you want to pay people for shit. You know, like you see, and that's the tricky thing with all that Marvel stuff that's going on right now. Like back when they were making these comic books, these dudes weren't sitting there thinking like, oh, somebody's gonna take our book that we've been doing for a couple years and make it into these fucking big blockbuster movies, and they're basically gonna dominate the fucking theaters. Like they wasn't thinking that shit. They weren't thinking that shit back in the fucking 50s and 60s and shit when they were writing these stories. Wasn't nobody thinking about that. You know what I mean? Like maybe when Spider-Man started doing what was it, the Electric Company? Maybe when Hulk got his series, maybe like some of that shit. But like they weren't thinking about that, man. Like they weren't thinking about that shit. So yeah, it's a pretty tough spot to be in. But yeah. Picking up Resistance Uprising number 6 tomorrow. Yeah, it's a good one, man. Resistance, Moths, Telepathy. Moths and Telepaths. Yeah. All done by Michael J. Yeah. All done by J. Michael Straczynski, man. Good stuff. It's good stuff. So it just says, I've got a cyberpunk superhero story where he climbs up the drug trade to find his dad's killer. Nice. Hell yeah. You know what? And that's actually one that you could probably actually take that story. Oh man, come on. What? The stream's audio current is everything sound all cool, guys? Is everything like on your guys's? Is everything on your guys' end sounding okay? Tell me my audio is bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use an audio stream bitrate of 120. Okay. I wonder if that's something I can change here on the fly. That's something I can change here on the fly. Let's see. Let's see if that's something I can change right here really quick. Audio. Sure. Where's that setting at? I probably don't even know where. I probably don't even know where that setting is at, man. Okay. Audio. Audio. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Yeah, I don't know how to do that shit. I obviously don't know how to do it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, wait. Wait. Here we go. Did I find it? Yeah, it's not letting me change it. It won't let me change it in the middle of the stream. So it's gonna have to be okay. Yeah, whatever. But yeah. Cyberpunk, man. I like Cyberpunk. You got me sold already. You got me sold already, Sozu. I'm sold already. I love Cyberpunk. So do it. Yeah. Write it. Yeah. Yeah. Do it, Sozu. Absolutely. Lord Veedo, my man. How are you doing? I hope all's going well with you, my brother. Make sure, hey, if you're gonna write that story, Sozu, you gotta put my man Lord Veedo in it though, because we just gave you those ideas. All those ideas that we just gave you right here, I got them published right here in my comment section. That's my story now. You didn't put a little CC or TM next to it. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. You got to put Lord Veedo in it now. That's what you owe me for that story. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. My name is Reefer Man. All stories are good to me. Usually, as long as I have my Reefer, man. Yeah. This is do it. Do it. Yeah. Write the stories, dude. Yeah. Yep. I think we're all on your side, man. I'm assuming, dude. I shouldn't assume. What? Yeah. Write the story. Absolutely. Deja Thors. Yeah. Absolutely. Aftershock Comics does well with those one-shot oversized books. Yeah, and they're nice too. I like the format they're in. They're kind of it's almost like the Ninja Turtle books have been. Aggressively Relaxing, my man. What is up, guys? Make sure you go check out Aggressively Relaxing too while you guys are here. Yeah, I was gonna say Chillmonger dropped his thing. We can drop Aglax's in there too. Make sure you go check out Aggressively Relaxing's channel too, man. Aggressively Relaxing says, "Hey, comic fans, when is the next bike ride vlog? It's gonna be a while, Brian. Sorry, man. It's gonna be a while. Of course, got my green screen here. I've got old videos. We could make it look like I'm writing. Oh man, yeah. No, I'm still all Brokeback Mountain, man. Still Brokeback Mountain. Hey Trinity, did you see the video where some guy was talking? Trinity, oh, did you see the video where some guy was talking trash about you while he was walking in the woods? I think he was playing. He was playing the Randonautica. What? No, I didn't see that. Was that you, Reaper? Was that you? Oh man, that's funny. Johnny on the spot. What is up, my man? So just says I am a nerdventure. Coming up on my diamond badge. Nice. All right. Sweet. I just ordered the complete Guyver Bio Booster Armor manga volume collection. Nice. All right. All 32 volumes. Was that in like a box set? That sounds like something would be one of those badass box sets, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah. Work for hire, you create. Create for the company. Not yourself. Yeah. I got it. Aggressively Relaxed says, I got a story. I just need 20 different people in the comic community to draw each a page. Let me know, buddy. Why 20 different ones? Then you'd have all these different art styles in one book. Oh yeah. You don't even want to know about Aglax. Aglax, he's you're not gonna be able to tell him anything. He's already let the fame go to his head. He has the most successful Kickstarter ever. Yeah, the most successful Kickstarter ever. Got the most funds out of any Kickstarter ever on his comic book about vacuums. Yeah. Only comic book only comic book that they've ever done a Kickstarter. Anybody has ever done a Kickstarter on about vacuums that has grossed more than his. Nobody's done it. Nobody's done it. And he let the fame go to his head, so you're not gonna really be able to tell him what to do. Like people talk about like Ethan Van Sciver and how he's all, you know, like he's got his empire, like this fucking dude aggressively relaxing. He's like fucking, I can't even say, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, look, he's like this. He's like, oh man, where's that? Yeah, there we go. He's like that. He's like that. He's like that. He's cosmic. He's cosmic. Oh man. But yeah, you gotta be careful with this guy. Okay, sounds good. If anything, you are quiet, but it's not a big deal. Oh, okay. I am quiet. Well, I was gonna say the mic isn't as in my face as it normally would be either. There we go. How's that? Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay, who wants to place bets on how long before Trinity mutes himself? Oh man. Yeah. Clicking all those buttons is bound to happen. Lord Veedo with a $2 super chat. Says what's that? Is a super sticker? Behind the scenes? What's that? Oh man. Thank you so much, Lord Veedo, for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate that. Reefer Man says, for helping motivate you, you need to put the Reefer Man in as well. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh yeah, like links and shit. Yeah, we'll get those all done soon enough. The story is the world is under attack by aliens. No tech works anymore, and one member of the army, a comic YouTuber, is tasked with using the community network to get the key across the country. Nice. Yeah. Don't train in a month or two, you'll be right back on your feet. Yeah, hopefully soon enough, man. You know, we just actually talked to a lawyer today, so start getting everything rolling on insurance side of things and get that all sorted out. So yeah. Oh, okay. I have to check that out. Yeah, maybe it was part one. Oh, okay, of the recent one. Enjoying the time off because I definitely miss not working. I'm self-employed, man, so like I gotta get back to work. Phantom Stranger says saw Venom 2 in theaters. All right, yeah, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Each page will be a different member of the community drawing something awesome every page, drawn by a different member of the community. Yeah. Hey, I love, about vacuums. Yep. Most successful comic ever about vacuums. Yep. Don't forget, you come to the main gang Discord when you're done. All right. I will. What's going on over there? What are they doing over there, Veedo? Yeah, iconic. It's bigger than the devil. I have ideas for new Marvel symbiotes. Aunt Minaj and Uncle Venom. Oh man. Reefer says, no, I was talking about the Cyberpunk book. Yeah. Cyberpunk book? Yeah. Cyberpunk book. Definitely. Yes. Oh, see, this thing's giving me that thing again. Whatever. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is what are we talking about next? Venom, right? Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Went out and seen it on Thursday at the movie theater, Thursday evening. A friend stopped by, picked me up. We went to the theater and watched it. You know, one of the things I will say I definitely like about this movie, especially this movie, is it's 90 minutes, right? Not every damn movie has to be 2 hours long. Doesn't have to be 2.5 hours long. You can make a good movie in 90 minutes, right? Not every movie has to be over that. It doesn't have to be 2 hours. You just have to do good things and do great stuff within the time that you are given. And I gotta say, like, I think the Venom 2 was a great length. And that's really about all the good I can say about it. Other than that, getting into Venom, like Venom 2, I didn't think it was really that great. The just like the first 20 minutes of the movie, 30 minutes of the movie or so, where you see Eddie, Brock, and Venom fighting in, being roommates in their apartment, doing all that stuff. Like, okay, I mean, we got that in the first in the first movie. The stuff where Venom leaves him and he goes clubbing and he comes out and all that stuff. Like, don't really need any of that. It doesn't do anything. A lot of the stuff that was going on here was unnecessary. Was there some funny parts? Yeah. Was there some parts that were okay? Yeah. But altogether, I just like the movie wasn't that great. I mean, I think the pacing was even off. Again, I'm glad that it still didn't. There was no really momentum breaks, but again, there wasn't really much happening. It was a bunch of fluff around a movie to just kind of tie it in with Spider-Man Far From Home, from what it looks like. That's really about all this seemed like, was just kind of just a lot of fluff to add Venom into the MCU. If that's in fact what's going on here. I mean, to me, like a lot of the acting and all that stuff, it's not that great. I mean, one of the things I think was definitely very questionable was how in the very beginning of the movie you got a different actor playing Cletus Cassidy, and you got the same actor playing his girlfriend, right? And then later you got the same girl playing the girlfriend, and you got Woody Harrelson there, like old ass Woody Harrelson. You couldn't just de-age his ass. You couldn't just de-age Woody Harrelson. What? Like what like fucking over time he aged fucking 50 years and she aged 3? Like I don't like it didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. I'm like what the fuck is this? And then just kind of everything else. I mean, like everything that was going on, it was just like so foreshadowed. Everything about the movie was just like I just wasn't that impressed. I was actually kind of bored at the movie theater watching this. Even the final sequence, the battle and everything, where they're all fighting and everything, and something like, what the fuck is this? Like there was some cool shit in it, but for the most part, it's like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, I just wasn't very impressed with this movie. I think the first Venom was better. I think the acting and everything was better out of all the actors that returned in this one, which would be Tom Hardy. What's her name? Not Vanessa Williams, or but you know who I'm talking about. That played his girlfriend. That played his wife. The you know who I'm talking about. Her. Like she didn't even like. I think the best acting in this movie was the guy who was her new husband or fiance or whatever. Yeah, her fiance. That was probably the best acting that happened in this movie. Everything else was just so bland and boring. And that's why I'm glad it was 90 minutes, because I hurried up and got that shit over with and got the fuck out of the theater and came home. Oh man. And again, it's not that it was like terrible, but it's unlike like I was talking about with this J. Michael Straczynski book and stuff. It's just not that great. It's just not that great. Here, let me do this a little bit. Do this a little bit. There we go. But yeah, altogether, man, this movie was I didn't think it was that great. Worth seeing at the theater, maybe on the big screen, if you want to see some of the action and stuff. But again, to me, none of it was really impressive. A lot of it really looked sloppy too, especially with like the symbiote stuff. And you get in there, like they got like supposed to be like the webs, the goo, the symbiote, those like in the tree, suspending them and everything. It just looked it didn't look good, man. This doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I mean, it looks like they took fucking bubble gum, spread it around, and put the fucking car in. They got I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the first movie was a lot better. I think this movie also suffered from a lot of the stuff that the first one suffered from, which is shit or get off the toilet about making a rated R movie. Look at how much kind of violence and stuff that you did in this movie. Just, you know what? Just go for the R rating, put a little more blood in it, get a little more gory, do all of those things. You don't have to put all the shits and the fucks and all that stuff in there. You don't have to put all the cursing in there. You might be able to do a little bit more of it, but you can get a lot more gory and do this movie some justice. But it's like this one, just like the last one, like they walked this real fine fucking line of like pushing the R rating, but they didn't get there. And it's like, just fucking push and get the R rating. I'm not even saying, like I said, you don't even have to do all the cursing or any of that. Like, but you could do a little bit more gore, a little bit more like, because to me, you know, me and my kids went and watched Shang-Chi again on Tuesday. To me, I was watching Shang-Chi at the end, and I'm like, you know what? Like, this is on, like, that scene when the, what's it called? Fucking, the Dweller from Beyond, or the soul sucking, you know what I'm talking about. That fucking thing looked more horrific and something more that's gonna give me a nightmare than, you know, than get me scared and shit. Like it seemed like Venom and Carnage were supposed to. Like they look like a couple fucking Gumby animations out there going, ah! And it just. But again, I will say I didn't have high expectations of this movie in the first place. I wasn't a super huge fan of the first one. It was okay. I own the movie. It's all right. But again, it's just not anything like it's not that great. It's not that great. And I'll be honest with you, I actually expected a little bit more out of Andy Serkis. Out of Andy Serkis. Serkis? Yeah. But again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I forgot the other thing too. I'm not sure if the wokies are out there talking about it or the anti-wokies are out there talking about it. But of course, in this movie, the gay symbiote had to kill the straight symbiote. We couldn't have the straight relationship symbiote living. The gay one had to kill him. No, I'm serious. That's what happened. That's what happened in the movie. The straight one got killed by the gay one, right? Hey, Andy Serkis said himself, it was his coming out party. Hey, it was for the community. It's for the community. It's for the community, says Andy Serkis. And that's what they did. That's what they did. The community beat those bigots. The community beat those bigots. Beat those straight bigots to hell. Okay, so let's see how many thumbs down we've got so far, and let's see what you are saying in the chats and what you guys thought about Venom 2. Let there be carnage. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Okay. Hey, what's going on here? Okay. Let's see. I see we got all right, where we at? Make sure I didn't miss one. I see we've got oh man, come on. Where'd it go? Got a $1 super chat from Zod's Fandom Zone. Thank you so much for being here, Zod. Long time no see, man. You know what? Who was I watching? I know I seen you on somebody's stream the other day. It's probably a few weeks ago. Yeah. Hope all's going well, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Let's see. Where we at? Let's see. Aggressively Relaxed says this week's Carnage book was so dark. Oh, so dark. Are you sure you're not the DC universe? Yeah, I don't read any of that, Aglax. I'm above that. I am sophisticated. I read indies only. You peasant. Oh. Justin Simone says, I was super hyped. Mixed feelings. The love story not needed. Carnage needs no needs no Carnage needs no need to murder. This is a preview of what PG-13 Blade Runner, PG-13 Blade, Punisher, Ghost Rider. Yeah, will be like. Yeah, need to be R-rated. You know what? No, you know what? I don't think that. I mean, I agree. I agree to an extent. I agree to an extent, but here's the one thing I will say, Justin Simone, is Kevin Feige will do much better than that shit. If Kevin Feige had been the producer and did all this shit for this film, the movie with these movies, the Venom movies, would be way better than they are. The bullshit they're putting out there, the first two Venom, they would be way better than that. Because he would know what to do, how much to do, and how much to push it. Like I said, with the Shang-Chi stuff. I mean, I was watching Shang-Chi, and I'm like, dude, like this to me is more horrific and kind of like fuck than some of the than the shit that, like, you know, like some like Venom and shit. Like, and it looked better because I'm telling you, when that what was it called, the Dweller in Darkness or whatever, the fucking when he's flying up above and he's fucking sitting there and he's all fucking his shit all opens up. He's all dude. It's fucking crazy looking, dude. It's fucking gnarly, bro. It's like it's horrific looking. Like it gives me the willies. Who was Willie anyway? Who was Willie anyway that got people to make a saying about him that gives him the willies? Ugh. Right? What the fuck did Willie do? But anyway, like that shit gave me the willies. And then when he was sitting there and he fucking came up to the dragon, he was all like, and you could like, dude, it's fucking gnarly looking. I'm like, dude, like that's the shit nightmares are made of, man. And I kind of want a little bit of that when I'm watching like a Venom or a Carnage or something. And like, I didn't feel it. You know? I just wasn't feeling it. But I think, like I said though, I think Kevin Feige will do a lot better doing all of that stuff. Doing the violent stuff, but like Punisher, you think Punisher's gonna be out there fucking gunning people down? You think Disney's gonna put all that gun violence in a movie? Right. Maybe for the bad guys, but like I think that Kevin Feige might be able to do some justice. Maybe a little bit more justice than I think they're going to be able to do. I'm willing to give that to Kevin Feige. I'm willing to give him some. He's earned that. He's earned it. He's earned it. Right? He's earned it. But I understand, man. I understand. Like Blade 2. I mean, we're talking about vampires. You want to talk about vampires and tell me that I'm not going to be seeing fucking blood and like I need to be seeing all that shit. I need to be seeing all that shit. You're going to be like, you got guns, you got swords and shit. You're going to be fucking hacking motherfuckers like just like Wolverine and shit. Like I need blood with that. You're hacking off people's limbs. He don't have hot claws. He's not out there cutting people's arms off and fucking it's getting cauterized as the limb flies away. No, it's not how it works. You cut my arm off, fucking blood's going to be right? Like it needs to be realistic. And like Punisher, I think they could get away with a lot. Do the Quentin Tarantino style shit where you see him, maybe using a gun, fucking like gun. You could show bodies falling, whatnot. You could show a minimal amount of blood and all that. You could show a lot of that. You could get pretty graphic without it being too graphic. But the thing is they're probably not going to want to do all the gun violence. Same with like Blade, same kind of thing. Ghost Rider, I think they could do Ghost Rider some justice because there you're talking a little bit more supernatural. You're talking about maybe like the penance stare and shit like that, and fucking people just like bodies melting off of them to reveal just like their skeleton or burning to death and shit. Like I think they could get away with a lot of that, a lot more with Ghost Rider than they could with the other stuff. But then again, we're still going to be talking about probably a lot of kind of gun violence and shit like that going on within that Ghost Rider story as well. So, but I'm there with you. I mean, I understand. But in Feige, I trust to do a better job than what they did. I trust him to do more with a PG-13 than Sony did with a PG-13. Sony just needed to push it. They just needed to push it. First Venom wasn't that great either, but I still like it for Tom Hardy and Venom. Yeah, and I'm not even really like a big Tom Hardy fan either. Like he's all right. Like I haven't really seen him in anything that he's impressive in. I haven't really seen him in anything that he's very impressive. Just far as smelling my fingers, nice. A lot of cringe parts in the film. Yeah. For me, Sozu. Need no incentive. Needs no incentive to murder. Yeah. Mike, licensed to Shield Porter, says I drove 6 hours from Florida, saw Venom 2. I'm very tired. Venom 2 was alright. Not great. Yeah, definitely not great. It was alright. Yeah. Didn't work for me, says Aglax. What? The younger Shriek was a different actress. Oh, was it? Was it a different actress? No. Was it a different actress? I swear it was the same. I swear it was the same girl. I swear it was the same girl. I swear it was. Shriek is a mutant who ages slowly. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Like, I don't know, Phantom Stranger. I think it was the same. I'm dead sure it was the same girl. I'm dead sure it was the same girl. I'm dead sure it was the same girl. Let's see. I'm dead sure it was the same girl. Let's see. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out right here. Comparison. I mean, it could have been, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything yet. Let me see. I'm looking. But I'm not seeing anything. Not yet. I don't see. But again, I didn't see the guy that played young Cletus Cassidy either. Where's young Cletus Cassidy? Because she would be right next to him. I would guess, more than likely. Oh, okay. Maybe you are right. It says, well... Maybe so. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Huh. They must have just got a girl that looked enough like that girl to do. They had me fooled because I was seriously sitting there like, that the same girl? I thought it was the same girl. Hey, he got me there. He got me there. Damn. Now I feel like, ooh, am I? It's all fucking all white people look the same too, dude. It's all good. I hate when movies cast different actors for younger versions that aren't that young. Yeah. Apparently here they did. Apparently they did get a different actor for the younger one. Okay. So, hey, Phantom Strangers was right according to what it looks like. But, yeah. So I guess they did. The only blood when Cletus bites Eddie. Yeah. I'm 20 and still look the same as I did when I was 12, says Sozu. That's funny. Michelle Williams. There you go. Say the character name. Shriek. Yeah. Daisy Duke. Chillmonger says, I don't want to type a spoiler, but yeah, there was repurposed footage. Oh, okay, yeah. From like the first film and everything. Yeah, definitely. Mike Porter says, I'm going to sleep. All right, man. Have a good one, Mike Porter. We'll wake you up in a little while. Have a good one, Mike. All right. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I'd seen Daniel Fisher come into the building earlier. Watch Guyver 2 Dark Hero instead. Man, I haven't seen Guyver in a long time, man. Yeah, practical effects. I like practical effects. I think that's one of the big reasons. Like, you know what? Bill Pope actually did the camera work for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I would, like, he's not. I think we would know about it already. But it would have been so great to get Bill Pope to actually work with Sam Raimi on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Like, why couldn't we get that? That's what we need. Is we need the marriage of Bill Pope, Sam Raimi once again. These dudes have done multiple movies together, and god damn, they're just so good at it, man. They make great fucking movies together. They make great movies together, man. Yeah, and their use of practical effects. I agree. You need to write. By the way, yeah, absolutely, Sozu. Yeah. Yeah. No, just do it. Todd McFarlane characters have a lot of the same tropes. Just noticed how similar Venom, Spawn, and Haunt are. Okay. Yeah. All right. Stuffy eggshells. What? Oh, no. Dixie, what it does is a lot of those comments that look like spam, YouTube automatically blocks them. And we got to approve them. So you could scroll up now and you'll see them. Hollywood is a copycat industry. The MCU's got everyone thinking everybody needs to be jokey. Yeah, no, they used to do it a lot better. Like, go watch the first, dude, you could even watch Iron Man 3. You know, you could even watch Iron Man 3, and even the comedy that's in that one is much better than you get in a lot of these movies now. You know what I mean? In the MCU now with the jokey stuff, they handled it a little bit better. They used a little more crude kind of humor in there. Just what's funny, and here's how you can tell is my son. We were watching Iron Man 3, and I was talking about this the other day too. Watching all the Iron Mans, I think Iron Man 3 is probably my favorite of the three. I don't care what you think. And there are things I like a little bit about Iron Man 2 that I, just like, but Iron Man's still good, it's still classic, but I think Iron Man 3 is the better one. But there's even stuff in there. My son one day, the scene after they just got in the bar fight. There's some. I gotta see if I can find that picture too. That shit's funny. But let me see. Did I post that on my Instagram? I can't remember. It would have been an old one. There's oh, come on. Where's that? Where are we at here? Did I? Come on. See if I can find it here. Oh, I think I'm getting close. Yeah. Right here. I made this. This is actually inspired by Iron Man 3. Right here. This. Oh, here. I can't even see if it's showing up for you. Let me get on the right screen though, so I can see. Is this right here? Oh yeah. Cheap trick and a cheesy one-liner. The life and times of me. New York bestseller. I made that. It was I don't know. Like I said, it was inspired by Iron Man 3. But even it had some kind of funny joke stuff in it that was even still kind of crude. But even my son was watching it after they got into that fight, and Tony Stark is getting into the car and leaving the little kid, and the kid's he's like, hey, are you gonna give me a ride home? And he's like, I'm so cold, and and he's like, you're guilt tripping. You're trying to guilt trip me, aren't you? And the kid's like, he says something. He's like, oh, you want to know how I know? He's like, because we're connected. And then he drives off. My son, even there, he was like, because it's funny and it's kind of crude humor and just him being kind of a sarcastic prick. Even my son was like, why is he being mean? My son was like, why is he being mean? So you know what I'm saying? It was funny when it was comedic, but even my son got why is he being mean? And now, like you're saying, the joke stuff is just it's all haha, everybody laughs at this. Yeah. Yeah, great. Can't wait to watch. Oh no, what was it? What was it? Oh God. All right. We'll get there. Great. Can't wait to watch. Venom was made with the same commitment to quality I bring my own productions. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Let me guess. Carnage wasn't Caitlyn. Yeah. Yeah. No. The straight one. Carnage was the straight one. Carnage can't die. All right. Need to be rated R, but God, I've seen worse in Marvel. What if? Yeah, I don't know, man. What if isn't really all that great, but I got just like production values and everything, and the stuff they do in the MCU is fucking far better than they're doing over at Sony. I'll give them that. If I did the movie, it would have had Ooble's a lame jokes. Oh, double the lame jokes. I don't know. It depends on the writers. Whatever it was, it was probably what. Then Katie saved the day. Shang-Chi was the best MCU till was the best MCU till Spider-Man and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, I think Shang-Chi was actually a pretty decent movie. I got a couple minor nitpicks with Shang-Chi. Other than that, the movie itself is pretty fucking good, man. It's actually pretty fucking good. I enjoy it. I like it. Shang-Chi was not Shang-Chi. Mandarin was not Mandarin. It was crap. I think the joke thing is a Disney thing. Yeah, but well. The new Carnage book is dealing with the fallout of the King in Black. Carnage takes over. An anti-alien politician gets him really popular, and the murders him in front of his supporters. All right. Shang-Chi had to be the best Marvel film I've ever seen. It was a good one, man. It was actually really good. I really did like it. Like I said, couple minor nitpicks, like the whole thing, like how what's her name? Shang Ling. Yeah, Ling, his sister. Yeah, his sister. How she learned how to fight like fucking Taskmaster did. I just watched The Boys and I trained myself. And I became a badass. Like, she learned martial arts how Taskmaster did. She just watched people a lot. But other than that, it was good. I really did like Shang-Chi, man. It's actually a pretty damn good movie. The other thing is, like, the relationship in there, the whole... That's not a relationship with Shang-Chi and what's-her-name's character in there. Awkwafina's character in there. That's not like, they're not boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, that's, like, he's totally... That's how that, like, I was sitting there reading that the whole time. I'm like, that's, like, even at the beginning, they kind of let you know, they're like, we're just friends. So you never thought about, like, that's, hey, I'm just saying. Quentin Tarantino, Kill Bill style, Wolvie movie, that would be the shit. Oh yeah, dude, that would be great. Yeah. So says Netflix Daredevil even thought it was TV. Felt like it was more PG-13. So I think they can pull it off. Blade and Punisher in PG-13 if Disney forces them. I didn't like any of the Netflix Marvel stuff. So you can't convince me with that stuff. I didn't like it. Your high Shang-Chi was crap. No, it was all. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I mean, like I said, there's some things I would nitpick at, but I think it was pretty good. And the Trevor Slattery stuff in there, fucking love it. I fucking love it, dude. I thought that shit was great. I thought it was pretty funny. Random Brad Creator says, I think the best movie Tom Hardy has done is Bronson. The series taboo was great. All right, I haven't seen Bronson either. What the fuck is going in? Oh! Mean Gene says Christian Bale says Hollywood and the world would be better if white dudes and blah blah. Look. Okay, before I fucking boot you from here, I'm gonna tell you this. Before I hide you on here is Christian Bale and Brie Larson are fucking celebrities. They're disconnected from the real world, talking about equality and all this bullshit. I grew up through the fucking 80s. Like, it's not that bad. You know what? When I was a little kid, we all got along. Wasn't nobody screaming all this fucking stupid bullshit that you're in here acting like a fucking retard about. Wasn't nobody worried about it. You know what? We all got along. You know what? It has nothing to fucking do with racism. It's classism, you dumb fuck. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking retard. God damn, dude. Why these fucking retards come to my channel, dude? Get the fuck out of here. Hate watch. Look. Go make some more troll accounts. You know, make as many accounts as you can because you got nothing fucking better to do. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here. You want to come in and spam your little fucking stupid repeat fucking comments? You're not welcome here. That's all you do is you come in and you try to put the same fucking stupid video link in there, fucking put the same fucking quotey bullshit every fucking time about Brie Larson and fucking Christian Bale. And here's the thing, I don't give a fuck about Brie Larson or fucking Christian Bale and what they think about shit. You know why? Because they don't fucking have anything to do with me and my real life and what goes on in the fucking world. They're disconnected fucking actors, okay? They're fucking nobodies. Get the fuck out of here. You're not welcome here. We don't fucking want you. Have opinions, no name calling is necessary. But if you do, don't get mad when any name calls you. Yeah. Yeah, it's already a done deal. Oh, look. Any of the fucking retards. Look. Fucking retards, dude. Just, look. Go somewhere else with your bullshit. Go to somebody who fucking cares. Go to somebody who fucking cares. Go to one of them fucking retards like Mad Max or go to fucking Geeks and Gamers. Go to any of them fucking retarded channels. Go to anywhere where the fucking retards hang out and you can do your stupid bullshit there. Because here, that's not what we do. We come here to have fun. And we don't want you fucking here fucking being fucking retards, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Just leave. Nobody wants you here. Jesus Christ. It's strictly platonic between Shang-Chi and Aqua. Oh yeah, it's totally platonic. I'm telling you, he's a little he's questionable, man. Or jokes, but yeah, they were definitely the jokes, but I think they were different. They were definitely, especially in like the Iron Man movies, because he was like a womanizer and everything. He was legitimately his character arc is like he was a womanizer and all that shit. So like he had a lot of those crew jokes, and you even see a lot of those, even like Iron Man 3. Yeah, even like Iron Man 3. But like it's like they went cheesy with it. You didn't have to do that. You could have left it just, you know, could have just told the jokes and done, like I said, like, so you can do some of the jokes because, like, look, perfect example is Ant-Man. Perfect example is Ant-Man. Ant-Man, they skirt the line of serious, jokey, and everything fucking perfectly. They do it perfectly. Like, I couldn't even imagine how much better it would be if Edgar Wright had still been there to do those movies. The Ant-Man movies. But in like the Ant-Man movies, those are a perfect example of how to do it right. I think they strike the right balance in the Ant-Man films. You're making fun of the Mandarin name and shit. Totally disrespect to Stan Lee. Let's see. All the kids asked to a marker who didn't even show for your movie. Yeah. And again, like some of that stuff, I'm kind of like, yeah. Who knows? I mean, for all we know, they're gonna come back later and have the real Mandarin there, who's gonna come in and say, "Oh, this and that," and I was the Mandarin, like they just did in this movie. I'm not too hung up on stuff like that. I mean, it's whatever. Well, Shang-Chi is almost like her brother, though, right? Shang-Chi is almost like her brother, though, right? Like how? Like how? They didn't train together. She wasn't allowed to train with the boys. She was held down by the patriarchy. She couldn't train with the boys. But once they got to Tao Lo, she was able to train with the boys. You really have to remind us of that dumpster fire. Oh man. Childhood friends trope. Yeah. Definitely. Mike Porter, man. Oh man, that's funny. All right, fucking, you know what? I'm tired of fucking with it. There we go. That's easy. That's easier there. Look, now I don't have to approve any messages in here. They're all right. They're automatically gone. We don't want you fucking here. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see. Sozu Sozin says, I still cry at the fact that Edgar Wright didn't do Ant-Man. Literally my favorite character. I love Baby Driver. I haven't seen Baby Driver. I haven't seen that one at all. But Ant-Man is great, dude. Like I said, Ant-Man is like the perfect, for me, it's one of my favorites. The first Ant-Man especially is one of my favorite in the MCU. And a lot of it probably due to a lot of the work that Edgar Wright had done before what's his name came and took over the reins. But I really like Ant-Man, and a lot of that is due to Paul Rudd. I fucking love Paul Rudd. And Michael Douglas is absolutely great. He's awesome. And I think they just did so many great things in that film. Even with the jokey stuff. Because even like Luis, that whole Luis bullshit, fucking great. I love it. It's perfect. It was perfect. Love it. Let's see. There will not be an Iron Lad film. Riri Williams is coming though. Yeah, Riri Williams is definitely coming. I think they've got her cast to be in what the next Black Panther. Yeah, that'd be. I'm interested to see how they do that because I myself haven't really read up on Riri Williams. I've read books with her in there with Ironheart and stuff, but I don't really know much about the character herself other than that. Like, I mean, I know some stuff like wasn't she going to college? Was it MIT? I don't know where she's going to college, but I think maybe they just doing the MIT thing because the movie. I don't know, but I believe like they had like all the equipment there and shit, and like she built her suit out of shit there at the college, and she basically commandeered it. Right? She took it. She stole it. The parts for her, basically her Ironheart suit, but I believe she kind of basically built it herself, kind of based on the Iron Man thing. So, again, like I don't know enough about the character. I haven't really read it much. I mean, when it comes out, I'll watch it and decide, was it good? Was it not good? Like I said, one of the things is I definitely trust Kevin Feige to do a lot of the stuff in these movies with some of these characters, probably better than they did in the comics, better than they did in the comic books. So, like I said, in Feige, like Kevin Feige hasn't lost me yet. They haven't really done a lot of things in any of these movies that I think is too detrimental. The biggest thing being Captain Marvel. And really the only reason like the Captain Marvel movie is so bad, the only real reason that it's that bad is because of changing Dr. Lawson. Changing Walter Lawson for Wendy Lawson and basically getting rid of the original Captain Marvel, getting rid of him. That was their biggest mistake. It's easily fixable. Something they could easily go back and fix, especially according to the stuff that happened in the first movie. Like I said, the first movie did stuff, and you can go watch my reviews on those. Yeah, hey look, fucking guy with nothing better to do with your time than sit here on my channel and fucking spam fucking stupid comments. Why don't you go back to my channel at the beginning of it, go through all my videos and watch all my comments about Captain Marvel, and you'll see I don't fucking hate the movie. I don't fucking hate Brie Larson. I could give a fuck less, like I said. You'll see my show reviews. I didn't hide them. They're there for you to see. I don't think it's that bad of a film. there are things that they did in the film because things they didn't do in the film because it's not a very complete film. Definitely not a complete origin story film. There are things that are in that movie that I'm like, you could take these little elements, take them in a sequel, especially the sequel being called The Marvels. Weave all these different things in there to fix shit about these movies, about that first film that easily does everything justice that it needs to from the actual complete roots of these characters in the comics. Like you could bring in Walter Lawson, you can do all that shit, and you can change it, and you can show all the reasons why they laid the groundwork for being able to do that. And it almost makes me wonder if they did that on purpose. Because one of my other theories that I've got is that I've kind of speculated for a while that we haven't been in the same Marvel universe for quite a while. Now, I think my theory comes from happening in Age of Ultron, when Wanda actually went up to all the Avengers while they were there and used her little red wiggly woos and put those nightmares in their heads. One of the theories that I have is maybe, just maybe, what they actually did at that time was maybe they went and they took, she put them all in that state, in that dream state, and then maybe they went and they took and put them in what were those things called in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I want to say it's like the framework or whatever the fuck it was called. Remember, and they put them into those machines and they were basically sitting there like in that fake fucking reality and they thought everything was going on. I've had a theory that, and I talked about this, I can't even remember when it was, a long time ago, that they've been in this fake reality thing this whole time, kind of this simulation, and all this shit's been going down in a simulation in their heads the whole time. Meanwhile, out in the real world, things are going very different. Because maybe after that point, at that point where Ultron was happening and everything, maybe the Thunderbolts are there. I don't know. Maybe there's different Avengers there. Maybe the characters at that point were, the bad guys. Maybe they weren't good. There's a whole lot of different things that it could be. A whole lot of different ways they could, there just is. But I've had that theory for a while that maybe they were in that framework thing, and that's why a lot of the things are different than they should be, or different how things are going down. But I don't know. Just an idea I had. Captain 1 was great. Hydra agent gets chopped up in propeller. Yeah. Captain America 1 was great. You know what I was actually watching earlier today was Agent Carter. I was watching that series, and man, that's a great series too, man. And again, I like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too. But Agent Carter was good. And you know, the first thing that they were talking about in there, I thought was really interesting was in the very first episode, they're talking about that compound, that formula that Howard Stark made, that hack. Actually came up with something, but he had that stuff that he's like, just a little bit of this could level a city. And it reminds me exactly of the same stuff that was in Civil War, but it was red instead of like that yellowish kind of orangish kind of stuff that was in those little balls. Because he said it was the same thing. This chemical could level a city. And that's exactly what they said in there. But now, if you go back and read one of the Captain America books that was actually canon to the stuff in the MCU, they actually they did a comic book, and it wasn't a normal one. I want to say it was like I can't remember what they called them, but it was a different kind of one. But it was actually tied into the MCU. That they were actually, that red stuff that they were after, that biological weapon, was actually called Zodiac. Very interesting stuff. But yeah, Captain America 1 was great. Obviously, Captain America 2 was another good one as well. Captain America, Winter Soldier was fucking great. What movies has Edgar Wright done? Cozy, not familiar with him specifically. Well, I know he did like, didn't he do like Shaun of the Dead? Shaun of the Dead. The other one with didn't he do Hot Fuzz? I think he did. Did he do The World's End also? Basically, all those films with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. I think he did all those films and some other films. But like his film style, I like it. I like Edgar Wright's let's see. No, holy shit, he's done 35 films. Last Night in Soho, Sparks Brothers, Bad Colors, Baby Driver, some musical. Yeah, The World's End, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Grindhouse. He did Grindhouse, huh? Hot Fuzz, The Man Who Would Be Sean, Funky Pete, Shaun of the Dead, Mint Royale, Blue Song, Spaced. Looks like he did some episodes of Spaced. Directed those. The Blue Tones keep. Must be music videos, I'm guessing. Some other TV series. A Fistful of Fingers. Never heard of that one. And Dead Right. So yeah, mostly like the biggest things you'd probably know is like Shaun of the Dead. Oh, did he? How come Shaun of the Dead's? Okay, yeah, there it is. Shaun of the Dead. Like I said, Hot Fuzz. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. The World's End. Yeah. Again, not a whole lot, and Baby Driver, not a whole lot, but like the films I've seen that he's done, I like. Ant-Man 1 and 2 was great. Yeah, I like Ant-Man. I can't say 2 was great, but it was good. I still like the second one. Let's see. Let me scroll up here through the chats. Oh, Baby Driver, that shit I thought was going to be a joke, but it was pretty damn unique. Yeah, it's one I still haven't seen yet. Yeah, need to see it. Yeah, and you know what? I haven't watched all of Scott Pilgrim. I haven't watched all of it. I've seen some of it. This is funny as hell. Ant-Man was meh, but Michelle Pfeiffer is sexy as fuck, says Phantom Stranger. Yeah, and see me, like, I love Ant-Man. Like, Ant-Man is right up my alley. Oh, yeah. Right up my alley. Yeah. Oh. Ironheart acts like a villain, not a hero. Again, I haven't read a whole lot, so I mean, I can't really say. I hope Riri is better than the comics because that was ass. Yeah, again, I haven't read it, Sozu. I haven't read it. Like I said, I've read some stories with her in it, but you know, like I've read some Champions and stuff. Just like some of the stuff, like going through like was Avengers Standoff, the Assault on Pleasant Hill, Secret Empire, Civil War II, going through all of that. I read a lot of those stuff. Actually, I've read almost all of those tie-ins and everything for all of those series. Is where I read most of that. I'm sure Suit will be better than any Tony built. Well, you know what's going to happen is what they'll probably do is they're probably going to like here's what it is. It comes down. It's going to come down to this. It's basically going to be funded by Tony Stark. But man, come on, man. Let me show you here because this is stuff I was going to show. In his video I was going to do when we went to Disneyland. But what they're going to do, show you what they're going to do, is right through here. What do they call this? Because this was at the Spider-Man, the Spider Lab test lab thingy. What was it called? Well, like right here. Some of these things that you see right here in these pictures. It's kind of like when you go to Disneyland, they have this this lab where I can't remember what they call it all of a sudden. But like they're right here working on like Project Slinger. They got Peter Parker there and everything. I think somebody was telling me that this one character that's in one of these pictures is somebody else from the comic books. What's this girl's name? Anome. This girl right here. Right here. I think what they're going to do is basically like how we seen in Civil War II, where Tony Stark was going to start, You know, the inaugural Tony Stark, whatever it was, that thing that they did in Civil War II, I think that's what's going to be happening, is Tony Stark is basically going to be lending basically his trickle down technology, basic stuff for people to get started with, and then she will probably make stuff out of that. Maybe making stuff, or being that she's going to be in Black Panther 2, maybe she's going to be, maybe that's how it's going to start off, and then maybe she ends up in Wakanda. Maybe she's from Wakanda. Maybe they're doing something like that, going to take maybe a more kind of different route with the character and what they're doing with it, as opposed to what they did in the comic books. Like I said, I'm willing to give Feige the benefit of the doubt until we see it. Iron Man so OP in the MCU. Would mind her being incredible as long as they don't make it an entire point. Yeah. That's the thing. Having Monica Rambeau looking up to Carol Danvers. Yeah. Terrible. Monica could be cool. I liked her in WandaVision. Yeah, I liked Monica in WandaVision. Yeah, and it looks like she had a problem with Captain Marvel too. Captain Marvel, great character. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, dude, like if you've never read The Death of Captain Marvel, like what are you doing with your life? The death of Captain Marvel is so fucking good. While I was reading it, it made me start fucking crying, bro. That story is about a fucking hero that died a goddamn hero's death. And it's fucking moving, man. That shit had me in fucking tears reading that book. That's how good it is. What was it, Jim Starlin? Fucking goddamn, dude. That shit's poetic. That shit's fucking, dude. That's the fucking bee's knees, man. Death of Captain Marvel. Like to me, there's two absolutely fucking gems that that Marvel Comics has done. That's Black Widow, No Restraints Play, where Black Widow goes and hunts down and brings to justice, real true justice, a bunch of child traffickers, rapists, murderers, the worst people in the world. She goes out on a fucking bloodthirsty revenge. She fucking does it, man. Fucking like reality to the max, and I'm all about that shit. Fuck yes. Black Widow, No Restraints Play, one of the best books that Marvel's ever gonna do, along with The Death of Captain Marvel, an absolute fucking classic. And the fact that they took and they fucked that whole thing up was beyond me. It was beyond, like, even when I would think about it, because what they did in the MCU was Monica Rambeau's mother died of cancer. They even made sure to retcon her origin before the movie. Marvel got shit on. Yeah. Sometimes diversity in films is a good thing. Tilda's Ancient One was awesome in my opinion. I don't mind Marvel being a female. Didn't mind Pym not making Ultron. Yeah, I mean, again, I think a lot of that stuff, because the thing is we're not in the 616. This, like, the MCU is not the 616. It's not. And I know. One of the biggest things, like, like the whole thing, like even Ripper talks about all the time, is the whole multiverse bullshit. Like, look, and how people always say it's a different fucking universe. Like, honestly, it is. Because this is not the 616 from the fucking comics universe at all. I mean, a lot of these characters are different. I mean, you easily arguable that, like, the closest ones are probably Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. Those ones are probably the closest to their comic iterations. Unless you want to talk about the most comic accurate character in the MCU, which is Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel, the recent version of her, the Kelly Sue DeConnick Captain Marvel. Oh, I'm telling you, the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel in the MCU is fucking spot on to the comic books. Dead fucking on. So I've got to give him that. I fucking have to give him that. For once, with this character, they actually made this fucking character of all characters just like comics. Anyway, Moving on. But yeah, like some of the stuff I don't mind. Like some of it's like, you know, like what, like it's whatever. I mean, did they have to change the ancient one? No, you know, did like, you know, female Loki. You know, am I upset about what they did in that show? I'm not worried about that show. I can give a fuck less if they did that. The thing is can you give me somebody good to come in and play the part? That Sophia DiMartino chick, she can't fucking act, man. She fucking dropped the ball with that show. Like I'm sitting there watching, like I get no emotion out of this chick. She doesn't do anything for me. Just not very good. Just not very good. If you ask me. If you ask me. Except I still hate crap Marvel's movie because they made Nick Fury's eye get scratched out. Okay, Sozu. I gotta stop you there. I gotta stop you there. I will tell you honestly, I have no problems with what happened to Nick Fury and his eye. For one, I like it because it shows one thing that Nick Fury does is blows shit out of proportion, makes it seem a little bit bigger than it really was. The second thing I gotta say is about your thing right there. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, go out there, find a little kitty cat, and let him scratch the fuck out of your eye like what happened to Nick Fury. I'm just saying. A cat does that to you, fucking scratches shit out of your eye. Dude, that shit is going to fuck you up. That shit's gonna fuck you up. Alright? I'm telling you, fucking cat get his fucking claws and cats can get fucking vicious. Hacks into your fucking eye and shit. Dude, that shit's gonna fuck you up. Alright? It's gonna fuck up your eye. Especially if your eye's open. Right? So, chances are it's probably gonna get infected too, because like cats can be dirty as fuck too. Depends on when it happened. Okay? Now. That's just if you let a cat do that to your eye. Let's not forget. Did you see how fucking Talos acted? When he's seen that flirkin? He's a flirkin. He's not a kitty cat. He looks like a kitty cat. He looks like a kitty cat. But even Talos got fucking scared stupid when he's like, that's not a cat. It's not a cat. It's not a cat. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with what happened there. Like I said, they did some stuff that was okay. I'm telling you, they could easily do things in the next movie to not even retcon stuff. Here's the thing why I'd say the ideas I have for like what they could do in the next movie to not, like I said, it's not even retconning. It's filling in blanks and giving us information that we didn't get in the first movie. There's so much stuff that they did not tell us in that movie. So much stuff that they showed us and they didn't show the end result of in that movie that is easily fixed in a sequel. Easily. I'm telling you, you could do most of this shit in the first half hour of the movie, and for the most part, you could probably redeem just about every fucking thing that they did wrong in that first Captain Marvel movie, except for Brie Larson getting everybody mad at her because of what she said. That's the only thing they can't retcon. They can't take that back. Oh, but I'm okay with the Nick Fury thing. Hydra Lane using the Darkhold. I wouldn't be that too similar to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What do you mean? Well, the thing is, like, can we, like, I gotta say, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is fucking canon. I don't give a fuck. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon, goddammit. It's canon. They did shit that tied in. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. They did it. I'm not saying it all has to be. Maybe they had a divergent timeline as well. But there's definitely some shit that's canon. Yeah, the framework. Okay, yeah. So Cat wasn't even in Flurkin mode. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, that don't have to be. He's still a Flurkin no matter what. They should have cast Sylvester Stallone mixed daughter as Monica Rambeau. Nah, man. Nah, they can't do that. That's like casting Halle Berry to play Storm. I enjoyed Agent Carter. Yeah, it was great. Let's see. Yeah, Agent Carter. And plus, the other thing that you get when you watch Agent Carter, it's fucking Haley Atwell, man. Haley Atwell, she's just fucking like, she's just got sex appeal. You know what I mean? She don't even have to try to be sexy. She's just fucking sexy, right? She's just a beautiful fucking woman. She kind of oozes it. And she's not even like that sex symbol kind of fucking. She could be, though, if she wanted to be. She's just got a classic fucking beauty look. It's fucking great. It's great. Landon. So sorry I'm late. I was watching something and thinking about drawing for a class project. All good. All good, dude. All good, man. Let's see. Edgar writes Three Flavors Cornetto Trilogy. Yeah. He calls it. Yeah. If you paid attention to the movies, you'll see why. Yeah. I don't know what that means, the Three Flavors Cornetto, but I've seen all the movies. I love all those movies. I think the only one I don't own is Shaun of the Dead. I think that's the only one I don't know. Yeah, Spider Labs. I can't remember what they call it. In the comics, Riri Williams dumpster dives and takes parts from Stark Industries to build their tech. I don't think that would fly in the films though. Is that how it works? See, I thought she took the stuff from college. Basically, it was like scraps. It was a box of scraps that they had at the college. Like basically they had shit that they weren't using or whatever, and she took it. But again, I haven't read any of those comics, but I know it was something like that. I mean, she digs it out of the trash. Like Peter Parker was dumpster diving, so like that works. These kids that don't have a whole lot of income, dumpster diving for shit to fucking that works for me. That works. You know what? Because one person's trash is another man's treasure, right? I'm okay with that. Riri Williams couldn't make an appearance in the Marvels. Yeah, she could. I mean, we know for sure she's going to be in Black Panther too, though. But yeah, definitely could. Oh, true. She was mad at Carol. Yeah. I don't think she'll be looking up to Dry Breed. Yeah. Jim Starlin's Captain Marvel. Yeah, absolutely. Lois Strange plays dope. It's the best. Yes. Marvel died of cancer too. Not a villain, the ultimate killer. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm telling you, that book made me I was reading it, dude. I was in fucking tears reading The Death of Captain Marvel. Like literally. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like I was sitting here reading it, not here, but like I was sitting there reading it, fucking tears, dude. Fucking and you know what? Black Widow no restraints play when I was reading it. Fucking tears, man. Fucking tears. You know why? Because there's real life shit in these fucking books, and they hit fucking close to home. And I love it. I fucking love it. And that's the thing that, like I'm saying, everybody talks about, politics in comic books. It's not about that. I mean, it is about that, but it's how you portray things in the real world in the comic books. Again, like I always say, it's not that you do it, it's how you do it. And they know how to tell these fucking stories in these books. That's absolutely great. And they do it well. Yeah, Sasuke Sisters. Yeah, it's my ladies. Yeah, one of my favorite comics is the Vision story where he has a whole android family in the Invincible comics. You know what? I haven't read. You're talking about was that Tom King's Vision Quest? Is it Vision Quest or is it just Tom King's Vision? I can't remember. I haven't read that one. But I'll be honest with you. I got it right over here. The Vision and Scarlet Witch series. Fucking great. That's great stuff too, man. Yeah. And I like a lot of the old comic books because they're kind of silly, campy, but kind of serious and shit too. MCU is 199999 universe. Yeah. That's what they're saying. I know it's something like that. So yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah, Tom King Vision. Yeah. So Danvers sucks in the books too. Yeah. I mean, same character. Like I said, like Brie Larson's a perfect fucking portrayal of Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel in the comics. Fucking spot on. Absolutely spot on. In the comics, she was but I'm saying not the Ms. Marvel. Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Fucking spot on. The Brie Larson, it's like they made that shit. They made that shit happen 100%. They fucking held true to that part of the source material. Like I said, they pick and choose. In House of M, her greatest desire. is to be famous and known. Who? Oh, Captain Marvel? Marvel. Yeah. And I actually got Captain Marvel omnibus over here. It's the Ms. Marvel stuff. It says Ms. Marvel, a Hero is Born. I actually got that by Chris Claremont. I've got that right over there. Yeah. I'm ready for Spider-Man 2099. Yeah, I'm okay with Spider-Man 20. I mean, we could do that. I'm okay with that. I honestly didn't mind Superior Spider-Man. I thought that was interesting. The fact that Otto Octavius came in and kind of took over Peter Parker's body and everything. That's cool stuff. I haven't read the original run, but I read the one that, oh man, who was it that wrote that run? It was probably like 2-3 years ago. Christos Gage, he wrote it a couple of years ago. I actually thought that series was pretty good. And I gotta be honest with you, Matthew Rosenberg's Punisher that they did for, I don't know, would that make it about a year? A few years ago, back in like 2018, 2019. I actually liked that run too. I thought it was a pretty good series. But yeah, Miguel's dope. I have the first 20 issues of Spider-Man. Nice. So down with the F-bombs. Yeah, Cat Scratch Fever. Yeah, I really like seeing the Kree world. So that was cool. And then they got that Jaimon back. He's awesome. Yeah, Jaimon Hansu is great, dude. I like him, and I actually liked him in the movie too. Like I said, they did some good stuff in it. But there's a lot of stuff they just didn't do in the film. And like I said, easily fixable. All that stuff is easily fixable. You give me 45 minutes. Oh, you know what? I'm going to ask for less. You give me 30 minutes of that fucking movie to fix some shit from the first movie. We can be done. We can do it, Kevin Feige. Reach out to me, bro. Reach out to me. Let's see. Oh, it's easy to fix and redeem a Mary Sue? Yeah, we can. Yeah. Well, they won't. Check out those Star Wars movies if you don't. That's Lucasfilm. That's not Marvel Studios, okay? Do you remember K-Log's upload of Brie Larson doing yoga on no. Yeah, I don't remember that. No, that's funny, dude. That's funny. I'm just saying they use the Darkhold to make the framework. So if they use Wanda, she's too intertwined with Darkhold. Do you think Feige going to borrow from the TV show? Again, divergent timelines. Absolutely. Anything's possible in a multiverse. Ultron said it himself. Yeah, Agent Carter. Yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to watch Haley Atwell lookalikes. Haley Atwell lookalikes? What are you talking about? Riri Williams is a 16-year-old minor in high school. All right. They could have done more with Hollow for sure. They could have brought Marvel in from the Supreme Intelligence for treason, etc. He could have escaped, and then Carol gets powers to him. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, a lot of the stuff that I would see they could do in the next movie. Like I said, there's so many things that they did in that first movie that they could easily have set up to tell a story in the next movie. To, like I said, it's not even retconning. It's filling in the blanks of stuff that they presented but didn't follow through with and didn't show you by the end of the movie. Easily done. You can bring fucking Walter Lawson in there, Marvel. You could show that whole fucking thing. Like all of that is easily done. Like, because she was stolen, she was taken and had her fucking mind wiped. She don't even know what the fuck happened. Like, there's different versions of her memories in that movie. Like, it's easily done. Captain Haley Atwell is Captain Britain in an alternate universe. Yeah, live action. Yeah. I want to see Brian Braddock or Betsy Braddock as Captain Britain before Peggy Carter. Yeah, well, I was going to say, you're going to see Betsy Braddock before you see Brian Braddock. They're not... Look, they got Betsy Braddock in the comics right now. They are not going to change that. They're not going to change that back. They're not changing... They're not bringing Brian Braddock into the MCU. They're not going to do it. I like Carol Danvers as Ms. Marvel to be played by a hot actress, not Brie Larson. Yeah, you know what? Like, honestly, like, I'm not a Brie hater. I like what she said. Like I said, I've talked about this before. Like I'm not sure if the retards are still hate watching, but like when it comes to what Brie Larson said that got everybody pissed off, what she meant by what she was saying, I agree with. How she said it is what got everybody triggered. But what the point she was trying to make, I absolutely fucking 100% agree with. But how she said it was just so off-putting and not well worded, not well framed, not well received by anybody. Again, perception being everything, what you say and what somebody else hears is two totally fucking different things. And what she didn't say it right, but what she was saying, what she was saying was right. How she said it was wrong. But other than that, like I don't like Brie Larson isn't somebody, she don't get on my nerves. She's not that bad. I mean, she kind of put herself in a corner with how she talks in the media and some of the stuff she was saying at the time, and how she acted kind of with her snark and all that stuff. But again, like, look, people are fucking assholes. Like, you want to be I could give a shit less about that. But I think that's the only thing. Like, she's not gonna win any of those people back. She's not gonna win any of those people back. But again, I don't really find her that bad. Like, I've been following her Instagram and shit. Like, you go like, dude, she puts in work, fucking work. Like, she like half the people in this fucking in this live chat, she could probably kick half these dudes' fucking asses in the first place. I mean, sorry, fellas, I'm not trying to say you're a bitch, but she could probably kick your asses. You know what? Go follow. What's her name? Kate Hudson. She's the same way. Kate Hudson fucking kills it, dude. She could probably kick half the fucking dudes I know asses too. Hey, look, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of, guys. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It'll be all right. But yeah, again, the only reason nobody's gonna like that is the people turned off by Brie Larson herself. So, like, you can't walk that back. You can't walk that back. Yeah. Brie could be hot if they could make January Jones hot in X-Men First Class. They can do it to Brie. Yeah, you know what? And I actually thought January Jones, like, they did okay. Like, they did okay with her. But yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you there. I don't think January Jones was curvy enough, but I think she kind of pulled off the kind of sexiness and kind of the sex appeal enough to get the job done. I think they like I said with Brie. I mean, they could do it. They could do it. Returning Guyver 2 Dark Hero is on Amazon. So is Guyver 26 episode anime series. All right, cool. I like the porn version of Captain Marvel better than Brie Larson, says Epic Comes. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't seen it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. What if Captain Marvel has been pretty cool? Not gonna lie, if they just put that in the movie, then bam, yeah. I mean, she's actually got a sense of humor and kind of telling jokes. She's not as got a stick up her butt. Yeah. I like Brie Larson's attitude. January Jones is hot. Yeah. I get you. Well, and a part of that is because January Jones hasn't come out and said some stupid shit. She came out and said some stupid shit. You probably feel a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Like again, perception being reality. It changes a person's outlook. Let's see. His attitude in the in-game press tours sucks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in those press tours, yeah, they were pretty bad. I do all my own stunts. Yeah, bitch, we on those. Yeah. Several stunt doubles. Yeah, absolutely. Any of you seen Brie Larson's music video from maybe 10 more years ago? Called "She Said She's Hot as." No, I haven't seen it, but I know she was. I know she did. Was doing some of that stuff. Like I said, I mean, she's talented. She's a good actor, and that's the thing. Like, even like I can't even say that about like Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, beautiful woman, not a good actor. But Brie Larson, like, she's actually a good actor. Like, she's actually pretty fucking good. It's not her fault that. Well, it's her fault what she said that got everybody to not like her. That's totally her fault. Even though, like I said, even though she was right. Even though she was right and had a fucking point, and she was right about that point, the way she said it was just wrong. But she's a good actor by all measures. She's actually a good and talented actor. Absolutely. And like I said, I don't think she's ugly, but You know, I mean, if you want a woman who's curvy, she's not a curvy woman. She's just a skinny woman, you know, just kind of, you know. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Different strokes for different folks, you know. I'm a man of many tastes. I've seen chunky girls. I'm like, you pull it off. Again, it comes down to something like even Apex brought up earlier. It's attitude. How do you carry yourself? You know, how do you carry yourself? You know, what's your personality, the aura that you put off? All that shit makes a difference. Because like I said, I've known girls who are chunky and overweight and all that stuff, like who carry themselves well. Like, man, they've still got a sex appeal to them, right? I've seen girls who aren't very curvy that are skinny and everything. Like, you know, again, personality and how they present themselves, that's a whole lot. I've seen chicks that are fucking smoking hot that you see, and you know, they talk and just you just like, how they present themselves is like, So I think when it comes to Brie Larson, that's one of those things where she, like, the way that she has triggered people and the things she said that get people, like, their emotional response to some of that stuff, like, is obviously a turnoff to people. And that's okay. That's perfectly fucking fine. That's just, I mean, that's how we are as humans. We measure different things by that. Like, yeah, I mean, honestly, there's probably a lot of different things that you're attracted to in people, not even just women, but in people, let alone things that actually kind of get you mentally stimulated and get you kind of like turned on to like people. You know what I mean? Like that shit really exists. And like I said, somebody being beautiful and having an ugly attitude, an ugly person is an ugly person no matter what. You know what I mean? A beautiful person is still a beautiful person no matter what. So, I mean, I think that's what a lot of it comes down to. Then you know Brie Larson was a singer. Yeah. I remember that. Why do you lie? What are you doing? Yeah. When she, yeah. You know what's funny is like when didn't she win some award or something? She started talking about her sun devil. Oh, my sun devils. Yeah. All it takes is that one thing for people to turn on you these days. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous thoughts. Absolutely. And that's why I say, like I said, like, I'm not mad at what she said. I think she was right in what she said. It's how she said it. You know what I mean? And that in itself is what ruins kind of people's perception of a lot of that stuff. Because then even if, like I said, even if the dickhead that was in here earlier talking about Christian Bale and that video that he spams in everybody's fucking videos, even Christian Bale, like, he has some points in there what he's saying, like, oh, I want to come to America where they're more inclusive about people of color and all this and that. And yeah, absolutely, yeah, we are. When I was growing up, fuck, like, racing, like, did kids say stupid racist shit when I was growing up? Yeah, like, fucking all of them did. I don't give a fuck if it was the Mexicans. I don't give a fuck if it was the white kids. They all, like, all the kids, like, where I grew up at, it was mostly Mexicans and fucking white people. There wasn't very many black people where I grew up at the time. And the ones that there were, you knew who they were. There wasn't very, like I said, there wasn't very many. But like, so, like, we experienced like racist shit, people saying stupid racist stuff. But like, the thing is, it's not fucking racism. It's classism, man. It's classism. But yeah, and again, like, when I was growing up, there wasn't like the whole like racist shit, like where people were not being inclusive. Like, everything was all fucking good and copacetic. Kids don't fucking worry about that kinds of stuff, man. And that's the thing. But you know, like I said, you know, Christian Bale wants to move to America, you know, more inclusive and stuff. Cool, man. I don't fucking know. I didn't grow up in fucking England or the UK or wherever the fuck. I don't know how they are about that shit. All I know is that I know my experience here in America growing up, and when I was growing up, pretty much everything was fucking copacetic, man. Pretty much everything was copacetic, and that's pretty much all I can say. You know, there was the rich kids who were fucking spoiled brats. Some of them weren't. And then, you know, then after that, you had, you know, like the white kids, the Mexican kids, fucking where I grew up. Like, most of us fucking hang out. We're fucking pretty cool. I mean, some of the ones that were, you know, more wetbacks. Oh my God, I'm fucking half Mexican. Shut the fuck up. Like the ones from Mexico who didn't know much Spanish, of course they didn't fucking hang out with more of the white kids and shit. There was a fucking communication barrier there. But we still got together and would get down on some fucking soccer. Fucking get down on some basketball and shit. We all still got together and played. But when it came down to doing other shit, there was a communication barrier. So it wasn't like, you know, at some point there comes a point where like, okay, you go do your thing, we'll go do our thing. Hey, want to get together and play some soccer? Let's fucking do it. Let's see. Cue Ball says, Gal has more charisma and screen presence in her left nipple than Brie has in her whole body. Maybe not the best actress, but charisma is there. For one, I can't really say that Gal has much charisma. She's about as good on charisma as fucking Henry Cavill is, which is not much. But Henry Cavill, even without his charisma, is still a pretty good actor. Hands down, Brie Larson. Yeah, like you're wrong there. Like Brie Larson is hands down way more talented and a much better actress than Gal Gadot is. Gal Gadot is not a good actor by any stretch of the imagination. She's not. She's not good. Patty Jenkins played to her strengths, but she's not a good actor. Brie Larson is actually talented and is actually a good actor. I mean, I've seen her in other fucking movies and she's actually pretty good. But yeah, I can't say that about Gal Gadot. I haven't seen anything that she's in where she's more than a pretty face. Not even the Wonder Woman movies. Beautiful people. Now you're talking about Marilyn Manson. Yep. You subscribe to Brie Larson channel. I am. I mean, I went there and watched it. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. Morgan Freeman has said, you know how you stop racism? You stop talking about it. Yeah, absolutely. But and here's the thing: is like racism's never going to die, man. Racism's never going to die. Like racism's been around since the fucking since the dawn of time, man. Like the racism is always going to be there, and I'm not sure like and that's the thing is like you can't fight it. There's always going to be racism. There's always going to be racism, and that's okay. That's okay. There's always going to be racist fucking people out there, That's okay. You know what you do if there's somebody racist out there that you know is racist and so they say and do racist shit? You know what you do? You don't interact with them. You don't be their friend. If you don't like them, don't be their friend. So that's, are you going to fucking kill them? Like, I mean, they deserve to die just because the race. Like, you can be look. Here's the thing: like, you can be a racist asshole and not harm anybody, right? Right? I mean, can you not? You can be a racist fucking prick and not harm anybody. You can. You can. I'm just saying. You can't be a rapist or a murderer and not harm anybody, though. Right? To do those things, you're harming somebody else. But just to be a racist prick, who you harming? Yourself? By not having a bunch of friends? But not by having more friends that feel just like you? I mean, you probably got some, but like, it is what it is. The thing is, like, kind of like that though. You're not going to fight racism by continually trying to fight against it because it's like the war on drugs. You think fucking drugs are going to go anywhere? You think you're going to get rid of drugs? You think you're going to get rid of racism? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? People are going to do what they want to do. They're going to feel how they want to feel, and they're going to have opinions. However they have opinions, whether it is rooted in fucking ignorance or not, is a completely different fucking thing. Which, in most cases, racism is typically rooted in ignorance. But that's not to say you can't be a racist prick and not harm anybody. Oh, I'm sure most of them don't. I'm sure most of them go throughout their day and never say shit to anybody. All those little racist thoughts in their head, they probably never say shit to anybody about it. And the thing is, if they do and you don't like it, you should be happy that they're racist and they're letting everybody know it. You know why? Because they've exposed themselves. And everybody fucking knows. Like, oh, hey, that dude's a racist. Like, what you want to get? Like, you want to cover him up? Like, not be able to go out in public or have an online presence or anything because he's fucking racist? You want him to go underground? Like, you know what fucking, like that's the thing I don't get about people sometimes. like people are like, I don't know, man. People are fucking weird. Aggressively relaxed says, Bree is America's sweetheart and the strongest Avenger. No. Thor is the strongest Avenger. Thor is the strongest Avenger. Let's see. I'm not a Brie fan, by the way. I can't stand her. She's got some talent, but I suppose otherwise, she wouldn't be where she is, or maybe she gobble away the top. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Like I said, she's actually talented. She's actually pretty good. She's actually a pretty good actor. She is talented. Like I said, people who don't like her because of what she said, they're not gonna feel the same way. But she is talented and shit like that. She's a good actor. Gal Gadot is a mannequin. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. Brie Larson has some rich parents and connections in Hollywood. Probably so. A lot of actors like that do. A lot of actors do. She comes from money, which doesn't hurt. Yeah. Same for Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. Lena Dunham. I don't even know who that is. I don't think I know the name, but Gal was great in Fast 6 near the end. Her best performance. That might be the movie that put me to sleep. So, I mean, I gotta say, I remember seeing her in it. So I can't agree because that movie fucking sucked. Kind of like every Fast movie sucked after Tokyo Drift, was it? Yeah. Like them first few like fucking Fast Furious movies, like before they completely went off the fucking deep end. Those first four, like, when it was all just cheesy and shit, those were actually pretty good. The first one, the second one, Tokyo Drift, like those first few, they were actually pretty good. And then they went and I don't know what they did, man. They fucked that one up. Ridiculous thoughts. So did Daniel Radcliffe. Homie got casted because he went to a rich ass opera or whatever. Yeah. And I think Daniel Radcliffe is actually all right too. I think I've seen the one Harry Potter movie, but just the other stuff I've seen him in. I think he's actually a pretty good actor. Everyone's racist to some degree or another. I get along with everyone. Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing: is like people discriminate. Here's the thing: like discrimination. Like people discriminate against people all day, and a lot of it's classism and all that shit. Discrimination isn't racism, and a lot of people confuse discrimination with racism these days, and it's not the same fucking thing. It's not the same thing. Discrimination isn't racism. It's not. Yeah, and a lot of that too is people kind of naturally assimilate with their own kind. You know, you look like me. Hey, we probably naturally get along better. You know what I mean? You probably naturally get along better. Yeah. What people call racism is just preference for your own family, tribe, and people. Certain people don't want that. Of course, there are shitty people who turn it into being hateful and ugly. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, there's plenty of societies out there in the world who you could probably look at it and say, like, that's actual racism, but they're not racist pricks. They try to keep their heritage. They try to keep their bloodlines and shit like that. Like, you know, say like Indians from India and just different, you know, a lot of those cultures, like in the in Asia and like the Middle East and all that stuff. Like, they're more like that. They want to keep their bloodlines and stuff like that. You know, like kind of stuff like being like more sacred and stuff like that. They're not racist assholes, but the thing is, they don't want to be assimilating with white people or Mexicans or Spaniards or just, like all these different, like they're not into. They want to keep to their own. By definition, you could say that's in itself kind of racist, but there's nothing wrong with that. they got their village of people who's all pretty much their people. Strangers come in and they're sitting there like, who the fuck are you? What do you want? Like, that's, you know what I do when I see people drive into my fucking neighborhood, I don't know who they are. I see strange cars and shit. A lot of times I'm outside going like, what the fuck are they doing? I've had people, they come out here like driving down the road. They'll stop right out in the middle of the road. They're just sitting there. Just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck is this person doing? I've walked my ass outside. I'm sitting there. I'll walk to them like, what are you doing? I seen there was some guy one day pulled up right over here across the street in the corner, like the house across the street from us on their corner, and he was sitting there and seen him like doing some shit, like driving around the neighborhood, and then he finally fucking stopped there and like doing some shit in his fucking car. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Dude, I have no fucking clue. It's like the middle of the night. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. I got my fucking no. Anyway, I'm not gonna say that, but anyway, I went out to the fucking car, and I walked up to their car, and I was like, told them to roll the window. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, they were doing something fucking fishy. Like, I live right over here, and I'm just he gave some fucking stupid excuses. I'm like, well, go to your fucking house and do it. Because I'm just like fucking outsider that I don't know. Like, I know that the fucking car, the dude didn't live around here. He's fucking lying. But that's the thing. Is like, I'm sitting there like, who the fuck are you? What are you doing in my neighborhood? What the fuck are you doing here? And the guy could have been a good guy for all I know. I don't give a shit. But I discriminate against him. He's in my motherfucking neighborhood. And I don't know who the fuck he is. So now non-racist people don't exist. Classic anti-racist racism. Oh, weird. If a weird, crazy person calls you a racist, then more likely they're a racist. Yeah. Everyone in Hollywood gets by on who they know and connections. Nobody is 100% self-made. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I love that too. I remember one time I was in the child care resource center. Here, it's kind of like a place. It's kind of like the women. It's kind of like a place where you go to get like food stamps and shit like that. And I thought it was so funny because there's this guy in there with his hat on. It says right across the front of him, big old letters, self-made. Self-made. I'm like, bro, you're sitting here getting a fucking assistance. What are you self-made? You obviously ain't making shit. My taxes are paying for your shit, motherfucker. Fucking, how about fucking Trinity made, son of a bitch? Yeah, the race stuff is a bit different down here in Australia. All races down here take the absolute piss out of each other. Great fun, although things are starting to change for the worse. Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging your differences. Like, acknowledging your culture and all. There's fucking nothing. Like, you should be proud of that shit. You know what I mean? Like if you're Mexican, you're Hispanic, you're from Mexico, whatever. Look. Good. Be proud of your heritage. Be proud of your ancestors. Your whatever you have to be proud of. You're proud to be Mexican. Fucking A, man. Fucking fly your flag. You know, be proud to be Mexican if you want. That's fine. You know, if you're fucking, you know, whatever, you know, fucking, whatever your nationality, you're fucking proud to be Canadian. You're proud to be fucking, you know, whatever. Cool. Be proud of who you are. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with any of that shit. But acknowledge it too. It's okay. It's okay to make jokes about it too. Shit. I grew up fucking laughing at all that bullshit. I don't give a fuck. Oh man. Let's see. Tokyo Drift is a masterpiece. And Gal was great, and Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. Oh man. That was voice acting. That's different. Maybe she's got a voice for voice acting. For fuck's sake, Trinity. She fucking died in it. It was a joke. Oh, okay. Did she? That's funny. Like I said, I didn't finish. I fell asleep. Radcliffe is an awesome actor. Not just because he's good at acting, but he's also a gem for a person. Also a gem of a person like Keanu Reeves. Yeah, like Keanu Reeves. Like Keanu Reeves is a pretty good actor, and yeah, he just seems like an all around good dude. Yeah, those Asians don't want to mix with white people. Give Radcliffe adult Harry Potter film where he is a magical detective. You want him to be Doctor Who? You want him to be Doctor Strange? So you looked great in glasses, like a college professor. All right. I'm out. Thanks, Trent, and peace. All right, Daniel Fisher, have a good one. I'm getting ready to bring it to an end here anyway. I didn't realize how late it is, how long I've been sitting here fucking flapping my gums for. But yeah, guys. You know what? I think we did forget to talk about one thing. One topic I did forget to talk about, and that was Scarlett Johansson getting her bag. That's right, Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, they settled, but they settled, so she still got fucking paid. That's absolutely how it should have been. Good on you, Scarlett. Hashtag Team ScarJo. We're there for you. We've got your back. But anyway, guys, yeah, Daniel Fisher's right, man. It's been a long day, man. It's time to get up out of this piece. Call it a day. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you're all having a very good day. I hope you had a great week. And I guess I hope to see you in the next video or live stream. You have a great rest of your night. Be safe. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.